Sexton! How you doing, Liverpool, you beautiful, sexy Scouse shaggers? How we doing? We well? We good? Yeah? Fantastic. Let's talk about this hair. I thought I'd look good for you. First time in Liverpool. Thought I'd look good for you. So I used a hairdryer for the first time. I look like Marv from Home Alone, you know? Or best case scenario, Jimmy Neutron on a come down, you know? It's a pleasure to be here, guys. Pleasure to be here. My name's Jake Says. I grew up in a council estate in Hemel Hempstead, just outside London in the 90s. And I've got an Irish immigrant mum and an East London Cockney racist of a dad. And it was difficult for me growing up on that estate because I'd get bullied for having an Irish mum. Some of the insults I would get, your mum's a potato-munching, pope-shagging bitch. Yeah, it's a bit harsh when you're 9 years old to get that abuse, you know. I was always told, though, to stand up to your bullies. So I looked at the person and went, do you mind? I'm trying to eat my breakfast here, dads. Oh, someone's gone, oh. Bless him. I had to go to the doctors recently because I had an issue down there, an issue with my testicle, right? And I'm a bit awkward as a geezer, and I didn't know really how to do it. Because the GPs, they want to, like the receptionists at the GPs, they want to know your life story, don't they? They want to, and I didn't know really how to do, you know, say that. And she said, "What's the issue?" And I was like, "Can I say testicle, gonad, scrotum? Can I say bollocks?" And they interrupt me and go, "Jake, you're talking out loud. Just say testicle." So I was like, that's the issue. And then they threw a curveball. Would you like to be seen by a female or male doctor? Let's be honest, with this mustache, I can't say female doctor. No. That's a pervert red flag, you know. And I'm overthinking. Like, if I said male, would that make me sexy? So I'm overthinking. 30 seconds goes down the blower. And you can tell the receptionists, they're getting pretty cheesed off with me. They snap at me. Mr. Steers, I need an answer. Male or female doctor? Panicked. I said, could I have both, please? So I'm from Hemel Hempstead. I went to one of the worst schools in that area, and I am considered a high achiever at my school. I've got 3 GCSEs to my name. I am the best that my school's got to offer. And I failed so many subjects. I failed PE. I mean, how do you fail physical education? And a part of my studies was I had to do personal survival. And I'll tell you what is true personal survival is when you do a gig in the arsehole of nowhere, let's say Sudbury, Suffolk, and you miss your last train, and a homeless man goes, "Hey, mate, I'll trade your trainers for a bag of ketamine." I mean, jokes on him, because that best ket I've ever had, you know? But I also had to do street dance at my school. I had to do, part of my curriculum, I had to do street dance. And this is God's honest truth. This is what happened to me when I was 16 years old. I had to do street dance. I was with 3 senoritas, and I said, "Ladies, you do the dance, and in the last minute, I'll go do the worm." Give us a cheer, Liverpool. Do you know the worm? Okay, you're not going to see it tonight, but I just wanted to gauge. This is what I did. So on the night, and I'll set the scene for you, I'm 16, 15 stone, 5'2", and a massive virgin, right? And I'm ready to get to do. And I'm like, you probably can gather, I'm a bit like Jay from In-Betweeners. I kind of blag it. I thought I could get away with it. So on the night, I jump on my stomach, and I normally would jump now, but I've got Crohn's disease, and if I jump, I might shit myself. So sorry, Liverpool, I've come to your area as a guest, and I might shit myself. So welcome. So I get into my stomach, right, in front of 200 people, all my peers and that, and I realised in the moment I could not do the worm. I don't know if you've ever been in that situation, but I didn't know what to do. So I just started to shag the floor, and I'm just literally giving it a good old shag for 30 seconds, and I looked in the front row, and I see me dad looking. And my dad's really homophobic. The other day, he called me gay because I said the word however in a sentence. So you could see why he's cheesed off, his firstborn shagging the floor. And I stood up after doing it. We were doing it to Shania Twain as well. "Man, I Feel Like a Woman." That was all, you know. I'm in a leotard, so like all tight skin, looking sexy. And I stood up after that to silence. And one lady gasped in horror and pointed at me. And I looked down and I had an erection. I didn't know what to do. I was awkward, so I tried to bow. And as I was bowing, my dad stood up and went, "You better not suck yourself off, son." So, yeah, that's how I failed GCSE PE. But I say to me old dear, I said, "Why did you send me to this awful school?" Because, it's like she was like, "Have none of it." She said, "I would have flourished because I'm Irish Catholic. I would have gone to, good Catholic schools. You have none of it." And I got Google reviews of my school. I didn't know you can get reviews of schools at Google. I didn't know that. And this summarised my school perfectly. My son went to this school and he never returns. 2 stars, you know. But who's drinking? I know it's a Sunday, but are we drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I get way too carried away when I booze. I'm one of those, I like Dora the Explorer off on a little adventure, you know. I get way too carried away. And this happened to me last summer when I realised I needed to stop drinking. I woke up in a field. After a night out in Hemel, but it was different to the other times I've woke up in a field. This time I couldn't see. I thought I drank so many Jaeger bombs I went blind. And you can imagine the anxiety I was having on a Saturday morning. I started getting really upset, and I was on my hands and knees. And I don't know if you know anyone that's blind, but some of them can do a thing called echolation, where they click their tongue and there's sonar and they bounce it off objects. Only about a handful of blind people in the world can do it. It takes at least 10 years. After 30 minutes, I thought I could do it. I'm on my hands and knees, clicking like a madman, going like an absolute deranged lunatic. Like, look at me. And then this lady comes over and she thought, I'm going to approach him. And she starts talking to me. She goes, "You right?" I went, "Nah, I think I'm blind." She said, "No, you're not blind, mate. You've got something on your heads. KFC buckets." And look, listen, RSA is Irish Catholic, but when the Colonel restored my sight, finger licking good, you know? Oh, beautiful. But yeah, so the next day I was at this music festival in Hertfordshire, and the dog ain't working. I'm really struggling to get through. I'm trying to booze, but it's not working. But I could see a little Moshpit form. And I don't know if you've ever been in a Moshpit, but if you don't know, you can assault people whilst listening to music. You know, throw an headbutt, it's fine. You can do that. Clothesline them, it's fine. It's good. I've done it. It's fine. And I'm a veteran of Moshpits. Me and my dad went to Artie Monkeys at Wembley Arena 2009. We both entered a Moshpit. No longer have a dad, you know, So I could see these mums and that getting ready for this circle, right? And I thought, right. So I got my shirt off. I'm going around goading the mums, getting ready for the drop. Do you know how hard it is to start a mosh pit at a Spice Girls tribute act? As I mentioned earlier, my mum, she's an Irish lady from Dublin. Have we got any Irish in? Of course, it's Liverpool. Fantastic. But yeah, so I've got a Dublin of a mum, and she's about as tall as this mic stand, and I ain't got a nice word to say about her. She's an absolute lunatic. But she wanted to come watch me recently, and I warned her. I said, "Alison, if you come watch me, you better not heckle me, because I'll fucking ruin you." Not in a weird way. I know I'm from Hemel. We don't shag our own. I know some of you are going standoffish, so you've watched me shag the floor. I know, yeah. The judgment's out there, fair enough. But no, we're not that weird. We're driving to the gig, and she's one of those nervy passengers in the car. She holds the handle above her head in the car. She calls it the Jesus handle. "Well, slow down there, Jesus, Jake. You're going too fast there now." I was like, "Relax, Mum, I'm going 32 miles per hour. You nearly knocked the beer out my hands." We get to the gig and she sits right in the front row, and I'm honoured. She's showing love and support for her boy. And I go into my routine, how it was difficult for me growing up in a council estate with an Irish immigrant mum and how I'd get bullied. Before I can get to my punchline, my mum heckles me. "Serves you right, you Freddie Mercury-looking twat." I was like, "Mum, do you not remember the chat we just had? But guys, when you get heckled, you either address it or you move on." So I went for her. I looked her dead in the eye. I went, "Mum, look who's talking, you ugly bitch." Oh, I know, but the crowd loved it. They were going mad. Steers going for his mum. And I got cocky. I looked at her, and I could see the veins bulging out her neck. Her head was spinning like The Exorcist. So I went for her again. I went, "Mum, you can fuck off. You're not getting a lift home with me." Like you, silence. It was as if they said, "Yeah, fair play, call your mum ugly, but not give her a lift home." Have some respect for your mum, mate. And I don't know what to do because it's silent. I'm trying to think of something beautiful to do like, off the top of my head. But my mum, she does this beautiful, she starts leaving the venue. And as she's leaving the gaff, my stepdad's in the background going, "Na, na, 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 way, fuck off." And the crowd are back on side. And I beat my tit thinking, "Steers, you've done all right there, mate. You've won the crowd, but you've lost your mum." Right, I've got one more story, guys, quickly. So what I try and do is I try and stick stickers on my face. I've got a little QR code, Instagram. This is how you do it, mate. Like, honestly, stick stickers. That's what you do. No fucking shame. No shame, I have. Look at me. I've driven 4 hours to come here. I'm obviously feral. But what I do is, because I've got Crohn's, I stick stickers in service station toilets, right? Up and down. I stuck one on the way up here on the M6, you know. And I'm going to level with it. That's not the following you want, guys. Lorry drivers. Dick pic after dick pic I've had sent to me. I'm single and straight, but I've seen a few weapons and I'm curious, you know. I am. Get it down my gullet. I don't know. No. Oh, God, I'm in disgrace. But This is recorded. I'll send it to me mum. She'll be getting out the rosary beads, doing a few Hail Marys for me. I'm in her prayers tonight. But yeah, so I stick these at my beautiful face, stick them all around the country. And I got a message off a guy named Tony from Telford. He went, "Hey, Jake, just seen your sticker at Telford service station toilets. Look what I've done." And he sent a picture of this sticker, and underneath he wrote the word wanker. And I thought, fair play, you've mugged me off. But his Instagram wasn't private, so I turned his face into a sticker. And last week when I was in Leicester service station toilets, I did a poo, stuck the sticker of his face on the door. I went, "Hey, Tony, do you remember me? You called me a wanker. Look what I've done with your face." And I sent him a picture, and underneath I wrote the word sex offender. Yeah, don't fuck with me, Liverpool. Right, guys, if you want a sticker, come see me in a break. I've been Jake Steers. Stay sexy, keep doing drugs. Thank you. Cheers. Jake Steers! Everybody give it up for Jake Steers!